Hi guys, this is day one of building my first game from scratch, and don't worry, I'll be documenting every step, including the mistakes. We're gonna make a 2D action METROIDVANIA where a student must choose between becoming a bully or a renegade while uncovering the mystery of why the students are disappearing in the school. It's like mixing a bit of Bully and Hollow Knight. So, big question. What's the first thing you need to make your game? Yep, you know it. To know your game engine. No, it's not to pick your game engine. That was my first thought too, but after doing some research, I realized that the first thing you really need is a game concept. So, before jumping into technical decisions, we need to figure out what game we're actually making, and that can be boiled down to a few simple questions.
What's the genre, the core loop, the objective, the rules, and the obstacle?
These questions helped me defining my game concept, and I hope they can help you as well. Let's go over them one by one.
We already have the genre. It's a 2D action Metroidvania, and if this is your first game, here's something really important. Keep the scope small. Seriously, guys, don't try to make the next massive open world RPG or some giant multiplayer game with hundreds of systems. Your first game shouldn't be your dream game. It should be a game you can actually finish. That's one of the reasons I chose a 2D Metroidvania. It still lets you focus on combat, exploration, level design, and progression without needing a huge team or 10 years of development.
Now let's define the core loop.
The core loop is basically the cycle the player repeats over and over during the game. If the core loop isn't fun, the game won't be fun either, no matter how good the graphics or the story are. For example, in Minecraft, the loop is explore, gather resources, craft, survive, and repeat. And in Dead Cells, the core loop is fight, die, unlock upgrades, reach new areas, and try again. For this system, the loop is pretty simple. Explore, fight, make a choice, gain a new ability, and unlock a new area. The idea is that every decision affects both the gameplay and the kind of person the player is becoming.
What's the objective?
This is the reason the player keeps moving forward. In games like Legend of Zelda, the objective is usually saving the kingdom or defeating a great evil. And in Silent Hill 2, the objective is uncovering the truth while surviving the horrors surrounding you. In our game, the objective is pretty simple. Students have been mysteriously disappearing from the school, and nobody seems to talk about it. As the player explores deeper into the school, they'll slowly uncover what's really happening behind the scenes.
Now comes the rules.
The rules define how the world works and how the player interacts with it. For example, in Undertale, the way you treat enemies completely changes the game's story and outcomes. And in Dishonored, the amount of violence you use changes how the world reacts to you. For this game, one of the main rules is that every important encounter forces the player to make a choice. Another important rule is that progression is ability-based, just like in classic Metroidvanias.
And finally, the obstacle.
The obstacle is whatever stands between the player and their objective. In Resident Evil, the obstacle is surviving infected creatures while escaping dangerous environments. And in Dark Souls, the obstacle is overcoming brutal enemies and a world designed to crush the player. In this game, to uncover the truth behind the disappearances, the player will have to fight through bullies, rival groups, and powerful bosses guarding different parts of the school.
That's it for today, guys. The idea behind this series is for us to learn together while making a game completely from scratch. So, see you next time.